Hello viewers, you are welcome to your show, my show, our show, the Digging Deep Show. Thank you as always for tuning into the program today. I do urge you to call a friend, let them know that the Digging Deep Show is on air. Thank you so much for sponsoring this program. If you're there, you're sponsoring us. Thank you for the support that you're giving to this program. And as always, we are bringing out new guests on the show. These are amazing people doing great things in our community. And I've got a woman, Gesmay Painter, on the show. She's an author and she wears a lot of hats. I will let her introduce herself. You're welcome, Gesmay, to the show.
Oh, nice to meet you. Thank you.
Can you tell us who Gesmay is? I know you've got a lot going on. Can you tell our viewers about that?
Yes. Number one, I have several nicknames now. It's like Banana Ambassador, Miss Banana. A lot of people now are calling me Miss Banana.
Miss Banana.
I'm an author. I'm the author of Sharing Bananas. And I also have a new book that should be coming out soon. But this one is about food, because food, I believe, is one of the things that keep us strong, healthy, motivated. So banana, why bananas? Because bananas is one of the most powerful fruit existed. If you eat banana, you get everything: potassium, magnesium, calcium, iron, vitamin B, B6, B12. If you don't eat anything all day, you just eat banana, you'll be as strong as ever.
Wow.
And what else do? I'm a coach, mentor, and I'm also an NLP practitioner. For people who doesn't know what is NLP, it's neuro-linguistic programming, is how you communicate effectively, make a big, massive difference. I coach people, especially I like coaching people on relationship and life coaching, obviously, and people with low self-esteem.
Wow. Our viewers are hearing it for themselves. Are you in that area where you think you need somebody to boost the confidence in you, or are you in a relationship distress? Gesmay Painter is available to give you coaching on that. And Gesmay, if we talk about the title of your book, Sharing Bananas. When I just looked at the title, I'm thinking, oh, what kind of bananas are we talking about here? Are they the real bananas, or there's something to the title?
Trust me, everybody are curious. In fact, I'm having fun with it.
Sharing bananas,
because people say, what's that? And then you have men, you know about men, they get their naughty ideas. So I leave them to that. I concentrating on the women, because women are more open-minded about things. So number one, how did I come about with this title? It came to me spiritually, in fact. When I was decided, I've traveled to 50 countries. I've lived and worked in some of them. And then I have so much, during the travel, I've changed. I've got so much wisdom, experience, and learning that I did from the travel. And when I came back to England, I was thinking, something I need to share. It's like, it will be a shame, to keep it all for myself. This is when I got the idea about writing a book, to put it in a book and share with people around the world. And then I started writing, and then I was looking like, what I'm going to write. What is the title of the book? I have a page. I wrote so many different titles. Cross, because nothing fits. I've done all kind of names, Coconut Girl, you name it.
Oh, those are interesting ones,
And then one day, of all places, I was sitting in the private. You know what I mean, the private. I was sitting on the throne. And then bang, this idea came. Sharing bananas. Have you had that experience when you think that somebody come and whisper something to you?
Oh yeah, there's got a moment.
And that was it, And I stood and I said, that's it.
And you sharing just grab it from there. So would you tell us just one other word of the bananas? What other word can we substitute as sharing bananas?
It's the psychology of life.
You can hear that for yourself, and I hope we too that are home, we will take this upon ourselves to share the bananas, be it the knowledge that you have, the wisdom, whatever that you have in you, share it with the people.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a part of that book that you really think is significant to our viewers?
There is, obviously, the book itself is different chapters, and I wrote it into easy to read, because a lot of the time when the book is very thick, it's very difficult to, you lost interest and whatever. Because I have traveled all over the world, and I kind of base my story on things, incidents, or experience that happened to me in different places of the world. So it's kind of like they all have unique stories, but I think the first chapter is about me obviously introducing myself. Basically, the reason behind sharing bananas is every day when I'm going through life, life is about challenges. Life is not a one-way traffic.
Not smooth sailing all the way.
Or a bed of roses, as some people will say. You go through life, you need to come out of your comfort zone. But a lot of people are comfortable to be there because they don't want to take risk. And when I look at my life, I look back, I know. I was very brave, or very adventurous, or very daring. Because I was brought up in a small paradise island in the Seychelles called La Digue, and then we were happy-go-lucky. We had such a ball with our life, but always behind, at the back of my mind, I was thinking that's not enough.
Something's missing.
I want to know, I want to discover, and I want to learn more. I want to basically discover what life is all about, live a full true life. And when I told that to my parents, my family, because in our culture you have dream, because for me it was a massive big dream. If you have dream, means that the dream is there's something wrong with you. I'm looking at it as positive, but they're looking at it as negative, because they think if you have a dream, you are not, you're looking for something, or there's something wrong with you. But guess what? I stuck with my dream.
Wow.
And I never allow anybody to stop me.
Wow, and here you are, Gesmay, our guest on the Digging Deep show. And I would say that you've discovered your purpose in life, but there's still many out there. What can we say to the people that are still failing to really know what it is? For you, you were seeking the answers. You knew something was missing. You were seeking that purpose in life. What can we say to our viewers out there? They're failing to find that purpose, that reason of their existence on this earth. What can we say to them?
It's like, it's several things. I believe the way we've been created, we've been created a certain way. Everything has a meaning, everything has a purpose, because if you look at the environment together, nature is around us. There's the fish, there's the birds, there's people, us, but we think that we are the amazing one, because everything, even the little flowers, has a purpose. And we have been created with all our senses, is our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, our touch, and deeply importantly, our feeling. That's the bit that we don't see right inside, our feeling. It's kind of like a lot of people, what I see, I can only talk to what I see. I'm very observant, and I talk to a lot of people. And a lot of people are looking for what they don't know themselves what they're looking. And it's like, I believe, simplicity of life. Get in touch with yourself,
So to discover your purpose,
discover
get in touch with yourself.
And one main thing that I work a lot with when I'm coaching is values. Know your value. Until you know your value, it's very challenging to know where you're going. Where you come from, where you want to go. It's like our values start from when we were born. The family we brought up in, what they do, the school we go to, the people we mix with, the cinema we watch. Everything we do is part of our value. That keeps us strong. It's like, find your purpose, find your value. when you know your value, for me, for example, my value, I work on it nearly every 6 months. I do my chart, I work on it. You know, is I always put number 1 is health. Why is that? Because if you're not healthy, you're not strong. You don't have anything else.
Oh yeah,
you know.
You can't live for anything else. Yeah.
So I have health, and then during the years when I keep working on my value, for me used to be family, education, travel, you know, all this fun and all this kind of thing. My chart has changed now in the last year. It's health, which is number 1. And then I have financial freedom.
Wow.
Because, and then I say education and all this lot, if you think about it, if you don't have financial freedom, how are you going to accomplish
your purpose, your vision,
you know?
Things that you want to do?
It's like for me, I want to start my own charity for women in Central America. And how I'm going to do that without money? You know? You need to be free yourself, and then you can help other people.
Wow, you hear that for yourself. You need to be financially free, so you can also be able to impact and to help others as well. And being a mentor, being a coach as well, can you say that there are any secrets or rituals for success?
The secret comes from you, really, because it's kind of like, we need, I believe, is like we all the time we need to look at ourselves. You know, it's like all the time, I ask myself all the time. In fact, sometimes I even talk aloud, you know, people then say, who am I? Yeah. You know, what am I doing on earth? What am I doing here? I've been born for a purpose. What is my purpose? You know? It's like you need to discover that yourself. It has to come from within. What is your interest? What do you think you need to contribute to the world? Contribution is a massive thing. I don't believe in free. I don't believe you need to give something to get something. You know, it's kind of like you have to find out yourself. You know how to get in touch with your feeling. Working with your sheet of values. Number 1, the way I do it, I start with 15. You know, write all down, all the way down, and then half that work with 8. The 8 more important. You know, and then when you got that 8, it's very interesting doing that because it makes you discover yourself, and then work down to 5. What is the 5 more important, most important?
And in cases where you work with people who probably have it all mixed up together, they don't even know what should come as a priority, how do you help such people?
I will work with them by communicating with them, by finding them. Number 1 is when I start working with a person. In fact, right now I'm working with this gentleman who is lovely. He has so much to offer, but he's very messed up. And 2 weeks ago he was going to take his life. And I talked to him. In fact, I ended up talking to him for 2.5 hours and getting him to love himself. You know, love, we forgot about love. In fact, love comes in my chart of, you know, of values. Yeah. And if you don't love yourself, think about it. If you don't love yourself, would you be able to love somebody else?
Others, yeah. Because even the Bible says, love as you love yourself. Yeah.
So, for example, I work with Mira. Long mirror, you know, is like this gentleman now is getting his mirror today, in fact. So the mirror will be, he will place it when he comes into the door, right here, full length.
So is it to talk to himself?
That's right, yeah, because he was telling me, no, I can't look in the mirror.
Oh dear.
And I was telling him, the mirror is your breakthrough, because it's like the mirror materializes, you know,
it tells you right as it is.
A lot of the time we don't want to hear the truth, you know, that's it, you know, we don't want to hear the truth, we go in denial. So this mirror, I've been coaching him now for a week to get this mirror. So today he said he promised he's going to get that mirror.
Wow.
And
that's a massive step.
Yeah, it's very, very thin because he doesn't eat. Obviously, it's emotional because emotional block you. So he doesn't feel like he want to eat. It's very thin, but we're working on about him making smoothies in the morning. I even taught him how to make easy meals and stuff like that. But that mirror is going to be his breakthrough.
Wow, it's going to happen. Thank you so much for that. And tell us, apart from obviously the relationship aspect, what other coaching areas are you into?
I can coach because obviously I've done the training. I've been coaching people, to be honest with you, long time ago. And at that time there was no such word as coaching, isn't it?
Yes.
Because coaching only come about, I believe, in the last 15, 20 years, started in America.
Yeah.
They have a label, a name, coaching. And what is coaching? Coaching is somebody, a coach is somebody that can inspire, motivate, support, and help somebody to find their goals, you know, because their goals, they have to go and find it themselves.
So you don't do it all for them,
No, it's kind of, I do coaching and mentoring, which is two different things, you know. Mentoring is like people, normally people that can't make any decisions, you know, can't even making any decision at all. Everything you tell them, they won't want to take that decision on themselves. There are people like that. So you mentor them. Would you say like, why did you do it like that? I did it that, and it works. Somebody else did it, and it works. You know, have you try and do it that way? So this is mentoring. Basically, you're taking the person under your wing. But coaching, the person, you are there to inspire, motivate, support, and that person to go and find his purpose, his goal, whatever he desire, but he has to find it from himself. Because if you fed somebody, they don't know the process.
Yeah, they don't even value
it that much. They don't know the process. They have to go to the process, and then you have to work with them. Obviously, keep supporting them. Each time, set different goals. You know, it depends what we're coaching about. Until that person will be in a position, you set time. Timing is very important when you're coaching.
Now, how you've mentioned about setting goals, is it still possible that one can set goals and still not accomplish them?
Yes, obviously, because setting goals is like a target. You know, you set goal like, that's why when you set goal, it's good to put it in 3 different levels. Immediate, which is now, and then immediate can be from now to 3 months. It depends how the person works, because everybody are unique. Everybody works in their own pace. You're not in a race. You find your own time, you know. And then medium-term goal can be 6 months to 2 years, depending on your pace. And then you have the long-term goal, which is in the future. In the future could be anything, 3 years, 5 years to 10 years. That again is open. But at least you have a target. You're setting the goals. But the question you were asking, why, if people...
Is it possible to still have the goals and fail?
Yeah. It's like, basically, if anything, you have to put everything, you know? It's like, it's not, you have to put everything into what you desire. If you really want something, you will succeed, I believe. Yeah.
If you're hungry for it.
And it's the question to ask is why. When the first thing before you start, you know your why. WHY with big capital letter. When you find your why, you will know how.
When you find your why, you will know how.
Yes.
And another man puts it as, when your why is stronger, then it's easy to succeed.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, there are people that set goals, but they don't take it seriously. You know, it's like, for me, like, I'm so determined about, people ask me all the time, how come you have such determination? Don't tell me I have a lot of challenges, especially since I've been single. I've been single for 10 years now. So I'm in charge of my destiny, you know, and I have to do everything, because when I came to this country, I couldn't even speak English properly.
Really? And now you are perfect.
Yeah, and I even done, a course in teaching English as a foreign language, you know. I have my certificate of teaching English as foreign language. It was not easy. When I went and did the course, it was challenging. but I know I want it, and I know why do I want it. And from that, I've done grammar, I've gone to adult education. At night time when people are sleeping, I'm doing my stuff.
And how many years ago did you say that you couldn't speak English?
This is about 30 years, but in the 30 years, I've spent most of my time abroad, overseas. Like I spent 17 years in Dubai in the Middle East, and 2 years in the Philippines, and 1 year in Hong Kong. I've spent amount of time, 1 year in Italy, 2.5 years in France.
You've been to places, you've been to nations.
I love it.
You love traveling.
It's kind of travel has made me who I am now. You know, it's like we are so frightened. If you look around London, you look around England, people live in fear. When I look at them, I say, wow, we have a chance in life, you know? It's like, why don't we enjoy it, do it? And travel is your best education, because when you travel, you go totally out of your comfort zone.
So what can you say is one of the main things that you've learned? You've traveled to about 55 or 50?
55-0.
You see, you've traveled all that well. What can you say that you've picked up or you've learned as you've traveled across the nation?
Two main important things for me anyway. Number one is respect. That's what I find, that there's a lot of breakdown in community and stuff like that, because we don't respect each other. Number one, you respect yourself, because when you respect yourself, you can respect other people. People ask me that question all the time. How can you go in countries where you don't know the language, you don't know anything about the country, but you go, you come back with so many stories, experience, friends, and whatever. As soon as I go somewhere, all this travel I've been, I've never get any problem with anybody. What I see out there, beautiful people. The world is so amazing, you know? There are some amazing people out there, you know? It's like, wherever I go, that's my philosophy. I respect, and I get the respect back.
Wow, so whatever you give, you get it back in return.
And another question that people keep asking me, where is the best country where you visited? And my answer is always, there's no such thing as best country. Every country is the best country, because every country is unique. Every country has something to offer, you know, because in life, as I said, it's not a bed of roses. You have negative, positive, good, bad. But if you go and look for the good, you know what you're going to get?
You're gonna get the good. Whatever that you're hungry for is what you will get. And they say that finding is reserved for those who seek. So whatever you seek for is what you will find.
I just see beauty out there, to be honest with you. I've been to countries like where in the Western world we'll say poor country, you know, and I see wealthy country, because these people, they have little financial, you know, in financial term, they might have little, but they are so rich, you know, and they find the heart to share. I've been to places in Thailand, in Guatemala, all these places that people call poor country. And I've got people, I've been invited to stay, I've gone and stay with the indigenous people. Whatever they eat, I eat. They don't have bathroom, you know.
So it's the love.
I have my potty, they give me my potty, I make do with it.
Wow. This is so amazing. All of this, you meet it when you travel. So 2 things before we close. What kind of people do you recommend for coaching and mentoring?
I believe everybody needs to be coached. You know, it's kind of like sometimes we believe we had a problem, you know, but when you start digging, you start looking. I have a special way of working. I call it the wheel of life. And the wheel of life, when I start, I do that complimentary for 1 hour. When you've done the wheel of life, you will know that if you need coaching or not. And then you will know if I'm the right person for you. Because again, I might not be the right person for you. After this 1 hour, both parties will decide we can work together. You'll be my coach or you'll be my client, you know? It's like, yes.
So the details will be on the screen. Gesmay will be happy to know that if you are the person for her and she for you. So do give her a call. And lastly, before we go, can you share to our viewers the bananas?
if you have a banana, you've never seen a banana before in your life. Basically, banana doesn't grow in cold country. And then you look at it, the first time you see a banana, what do you see? You see the skin. In fact, there's 4 colors of banana: black, red, yellow, and green. And you see this skin of banana, but it's been mysterious for you because you just see the skin and you don't eat the skin. But the real substance is inside the banana. So you need to peel that. And then when you peel that, you find that banana, and it's same like us, like people. When we meet, like we just met today, I just met you today, in fact, and we judge people. We are judgmental.
Yes,
we look
by
at
the outside.
like what you wear, your kind of hair, your shoes, or whatever that suits me or not. And we can miss the real substance, which is all inside what you can't see.
Wow, thank you so much, Gesmay. No matter what's outside, no matter what color the banana might look, what's inside matters the most. Thank you so much, Gesmay, for being with us on the Digging Deep Show. And thank you very much to all our viewers for watching this program. Thank you so much to as many that sponsor this program as well. We do wish you a bright week ahead. Do join us next week, same time on the same channel. God bless you till we meet again. Bye-bye for now.